Okay, today we're going to tie one of these, which is 2-strand Matthew Walker, but with 10 turns or 10 wraps. It's actually surprisingly easy. The way I normally tie Matthew Walker is like this. And that gives you just the regular Matthew Walker. Now to do this you just have to do more wraps, but if you tie it this method and do more wraps, you've got to weave them back and forth and in and out of each loop, and it gets a bit confusing as the lines get out of order and stuff. I've got a way of doing it with a Swedish fid, which is much easier. So bear with me while I untie this, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, let's get started. So, Swedish fid, this isn't a very large one. Work at the, you need 2 strands. I'm using different colours because it's easier and it looks good. It's easier to show what's happening. So start with one colour, and as I say, work at the fat end because you need a bit of width. Just hold this down with your thumb and do 3 wraps. We're going to do a 6 wrap one for this demo. So do 3 wraps, and this one goes over the top of your working end. This is your working end tray, over the top of your standing end and out through there. So you've tied a overhand knot underneath these wraps. That's it basically. That's an extended blood knot really, or a strangle knot when you do it in one strand, or a single strand Matthew Walker too. It's also technically that. Take the fid out and roll the fid around so that this knot part of it is now on the back of the fid and the channel is clear. So you take your next strand, push it through, give yourself plenty of cord. It takes more than you think, and then you start wrapping in the same direction. So wrap that way. So you turn it over, and that's where it's like laying it down in a thread. So that's your thread, so just start there like so, and just keep turning it around and keep following it around, so you're pushing it in between the red one, so it's like 2 interwoven helixes until you come to the end. So here's the end, and then keep going round, and then you're back to the beginning. So again, like the last one, we go over the standing end and push it underneath everything. So that's your knot basically tied. You just have to fair it up, so give it a little squeeze and pull gently, and keep squeezing and pulling. A bit of a roll. When you tighten this, it tightens. I pull this end and it'll tighten from here. I pull this end and it tightens from here. The middle doesn't tighten up as well. So that's why you roll it to sort of even it out. Now the red is obviously much longer, so I'm just going to pull the red. Purple's a bit long here, so you pull the purple. And then a bit more rolling. Once it starts to get smaller like this, they can't overlap each other because they're already not enough room to overlap, so you can pull a bit more vigorously. In the beginning, pull gently. So that red one's still a bit loose, so pull them separately. Okay, that's pretty much it done. So it's fairly simple, isn't it? And as I say, the more wraps you do, the longer that spiral's going to be. I've done 10, actually I think I did 12 once. I don't really know what you'd use them for. If you did this out of a single colour, then that you could make that a loop, so it's like the end of a lanyard. But yeah, you'll find uses for it, but it's a nice thing to tie anyway. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. And this is a longer one that I just tied up. Exactly the same procedure as the shorter one.